Okay, so hello, board meeting directors. I'm glad to have you here. IKEA has been facing some issues regarding whether or not it should acculturate to the local communities which it's in, or if it should, hold its original values. So, Mr. Surjev, what do you think?
So I think IKEA should hold on to its standardized values because first of all, if you have a standardized if you hold on to our core values, we'll have a standardized business culture everywhere. So we don't have to adapt our business culture everywhere according to the local culture. This will leave no room for confusion and will make instructions more clear for managers and employees as well. Other reason would be we don't have to adjust as much to local rules and regulations everywhere. We can just have a standard set of rules and values which we communicate throughout all our stores and headquarters everywhere. One more view would in this aspect would be we can be unapologetic while we defend our actions against any kind of pressure groups or the media as well, because then we don't have to answer for every different course of action we take everywhere in the world. So I think we should still hold on to our core values and ignore any adaptation to local culture. Thank you.
That's good. Okay. Tonight, what would you say?
Well, I believe that what Srijit said is not very accurate for what we should be searching for, because we should try to actually match local demand. Because if we want to optimize our sales, we have to think about what local cultures believe and need in this moment. So if we just make a brand, or we sell something which is so monotone, it will not reach far. Also, I believe that we should expand our possible product portfolio. So we should have many different type of things that we offer, and just expand as much as we can, because we will be able to sell more by doing so. And we should probably try to do all these things to, in the end, try to cause less cultural friction, because if we do not act in a way that we accept every other culture, we will definitely get some backlash, and that will cost us much.
Okay, that's pretty good. It seems like you guys are almost like polar opposites, but I think you both definitely have some good points. Jazz, what would you say to this?
Well, I think if we go solely with Mr. Srijev's perspective, we'll be less appealing to local customers because we'll be this big foreign brand that's imposing our culture on those customers of the places where our stores are. And it also doesn't, our values won't always adhere and work in minority cultures. By forcing our company culture on customers, we could offend people, and I think that'd be very, very dangerous. However, with Mr. Sinai's perspective, um, we could lose the identity of the IKEA brand. We need to pay for multiple marketing strategies, and we have to figure out accountability between management and franchise owners. So, in my plan, we can become a superficial brand that offends no one by simply combining these two perspectives and continuing essentially as we are.
Okay, I don't know. What would you say, Mr. Taj?
I would say that there have been a lot of great ideas that have been thrown around in this meeting, but I think that in order to really find success for the IKEA brand, we need to almost compromise on, or like we need to find a common area from both perspectives. And I think that would be best done by accommodating quite a bit to the local cultures, but still remaining true to a lot of the core values that IKEA possesses. And I think that they could do this by franchising a larger portion of their stores. Of course, this would mean that they would need to relinquish control of the foreign IKEAs and let the local managers make decisions about the domestic or the IKEAs that are there, like what kind of decisions they should make, marketing wise, sales wise, etc. But as Mr. Joe pointed out, it's important that they have a definite way to measure the accountability or to have a plan when there is a cultural fallout as a result of franchising the IKEA brand.
Okay, that's very insightful. I think I would probably agree with Mr. Taj. He seems to have, a good idea of what would be effective in the most scenarios. Any last words from you guys, or are we sticking with that one?
Does that mean I'm fired?
So we've taken you guys to this IKEA in Saudi Arabia. It's quite nice, isn't it? In order to demonstrate how we've adopted our new business structure. What do you guys think?
I think it's really smart how we've franchised this store because we've had a lot of issues in Saudi Arabia with blowback from the international community with managerial and cultural decisions. But with this franchise, there's distance between us and those blowback kind of like criticisms that we've been receiving. However, partnered with that, we can still have a presence in this country using the third-party franchise managers. And because of that, it seems like a really good idea. This worked out really well, focusing mostly on acculturating the local culture.
It seems like we also have more local products. If you see the carpets over there, we have a lot of Arabian-like variety, which I find is quite good. Yeah.
That's nice.